What do you think? How do influencer contribute to the economy and society just beyond promoting products?
The brands and the startups or new age brands that have been in existence, they are getting faster accessibility to their target audience. Why should people buy their product, right? Now they're using the voice of the influencer to convey the message.
Just a hypothetical situation, okay? Social media platform disappears. How would influencer reinvent themselves?
One channel could go down tomorrow, but is it going to completely eradicate presence of social media? I don't think so.
Do you face creative block at times?
I would be lying if I said I don't. Yes, there are, stages. We don't know if we have the holy grail to get everything right. If we did, we'd be Google of the world, right?
Hello everyone. Today we have Piyush, the founder of Saucee Media. His insights are about to disrupt your understanding of influencer marketing. He has helped numerous brands achieve remarkable success, an angel investor in several D2C businesses, and actively serving on advisory board of many others. He also shares Delhi to Wall Street journey on LinkedIn, blending life lessons with industry insights. So don't get left behind, watch the interview and get ready to take notes. Hi Piyush, we welcome you to Project Leaders Magazine interview. I hope you're doing great today.
Yes, thank you. Glad to be here.
So, Piyush, I want to start this conversation by understanding your perspective on the kind of myth that has been going around social media about influencers' career. There are a lot of trolls going on about how it's an easy career. All they have to do is just be in front of camera and post, right? But I have an understanding that there's a lot that goes behind taking that picture. So how would you respond to people who view influencer as an easy or superficial career requiring only to pose and take pictures?
This is one of the areas we've been focused on very closely, analyzing and studying. A lot of people really ignore the amount of creativity that they bring to the type of content that they create. Essentially, for influencers, it's the ability to drive an engagement with an organic audience that they have developed over time. It's not really about just capturing an image or shooting a video and just publishing it. A lot of people have really glorified this activity, stating that it's an easiest thing to do. But if you closely watch and monitor how creative influencers put the amount of effort into creating the type of content calendars, the strategy behind it, what resonates with the audience, there is a lot of work behind the camera. It's really, really different. And it's one of the myths that needs to be recognized that, influencers are just about, pretty face and pretty images. There is a lot more that we know by working with them closely, that they put their heart and soul into creating this content that really works with their audience and hence the brands or integrations that they support.
I really feel upset about people, those are literate, but they don't understand the entire concept of how people are leveraging this opportunity, this social media platform as a source of income, right?
I think we have gone through a digital evolution, which is going to last for many, many years to come. It will continue to be a channel for years that people will leverage as a source of consuming information, as a source of, keeping up with trends, as a source of even experimenting new products or services. This will be the mainstream platform.
So, what do you think? How do influencer contribute to the economy and society just beyond promoting products?
I think they are playing a pivotal role by
Mm.
contributing to the economy because of the brand, or I would say a product or service growth that they
Mhm.
contribute to. You rightly said that advertisement, ironically or historically has been quite expensive, where only the larger
Yeah.
players could afford it. But now the brands and the startups or new age brands that have been in existence, they are getting faster accessibility to their target audience by producing integrations with influencers and also letting people know what are the major differentiators. Why should people buy their product, right? Now they're
Yeah.
using the voice of the influencer to convey the message. Reason being, yes, they have a quality product. Second, they
Hmm.
have the right positioning. Third, they really have the perfect mix when it comes to coming up with a solution that's probably not there or people don't know it exists. So it's not
Yeah.
only about an educational angle that they are contributing to. With the visibility, they're allowing brands to grow faster. In some
True.
cases, it can be a notional value that they create by the educational angle, certain things that we don't talk about. There's so many, ongoing spectrums that people have not been paying attention to. But look at, the focus that's gone into all of these segments that I've mentioned in the last 4 to 5 years. The market
Yeah.
graphs are mind-boggling. The consumption has gone up drastically. People are very, very selective in terms of what they choose, how they choose, whose voice they trust. So a lot of these
True that.
combinating factors really decide the growth and the contribution that will continue to play a major role in the economy.
That's a really one thing I like about today's time of advertising, where people get to choose and understand what is right for them and what is wrong for them, and then decide, right?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think a lot of this is the power of positioning
Yeah.
that earlier was used laser focusing on not the side effects of
Yeah.
something that you wanted to promote, but only the pluses and the positives of a product or service. And I think that's what really breaks now when the consumers are much more informed today. Also
Yeah.
because there is a lot more competition in terms of the products that are out there in the market,
Like,
right?
it's just a hypothetical situation, okay, where social media platform disappears. Okay, how would influencer reinvent themselves, and how would brands adjust their marketing strategies?
Given that we can take a reference of TikTok as a platform that became so big, so vast,
Yeah.
grew fairly quickly in India and came to a screeching halt, right? My strongest belief is, and this is my personal opinion, there are
Mm.
always going to be alternative channels coming up with the mainstream channels going down. There could be micro communities. There could be platforms created focused on specialization and niche. These creators and influencers will continue to have an audience. Right
Yeah.
now, if you talk about the mainstream channel, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, outside of this, there is an entire channel being communicated in WhatsApp. There are WhatsApp communities that people
Yeah.
are loyal to, and
True.
people are going to search for information and they really want to connect with the content creators
Yeah.
that are active. So the diversification is already happening. Yes, you're right that one channel could go down tomorrow, but is it going to completely eradicate the presence of social media? I don't think so, right? Because there will be digital consumption. Given that we're used to it now, something back in the day when TV came about took us 20, 30 years of regular consumption. We are already maybe 10, 12 years in of consumption habit. In the last 5 to 6 years, more so. But you will have alternative channels to leverage. And if the technology had to completely evolve and go 360, I'm sure the micro and the smaller group channels would be the ultimate winner before they become big. They will essentially target specific groups, specific creators with specific specialization, and give these
Hmm.
creators and influencers the ability to continue to leverage what they have done so far.
Okay, so right now you're running a company that bridges the gap between brands and influencers, right? So, what sparked your interest in the influencer marketing space and that led you create Saucee Media?
The creator economy and the rise and the contribution that these creators are continuing to put into the growth of the Indian economy as a whole, I saw a massive potential in an
Hmm.
organization like Saucy that believes in working with passionate creators that are really engaging, that have an
Hmm.
authentic audience, and brands that are really, really, focused on growth, focused on integrating these high quality creators. And Saucy becomes a bridge in identifying, tapping into that creator pool, recommending it to the target brands that we work with, giving them the most mileage in terms of brand recall, visibility, impact, and having a strong positioning digitally. And I thought if Saucy could continue to do this really well over the next few years, we can have maybe a 2 cent contribution in the Indian economy, but even that would be substantial for us as a team.
Got it. And I wish you all the best for that.
Thank you.
So, are you planning to go beyond influencer marketing and offer social media management, PR, or services?
So, Saucy as a whole wants to grow horizontally and vertically. We're not limiting ourselves to a certain service, but we want to stay in the mainstream focus of brand growth, how we do it in terms of visibility, in terms of, let's say, amplification across channels. We will continue to build our capability stack where over time, in the next 4 years, we become a one-stop solution partner to all the D2C brands in the country.
And since this is a creative field also for yourself, like, do you face creative block at times? And if so, how do you take a back seat and get back to it?
I would be lying if I said I don't. Yes, there are, stages that you come across where you're constantly trying to think that is it, the most appropriate way to tackle it. At that time, yes, I think taking a back seat, taking a step back and saying that, look, we don't know if we have the holy grail to get everything right. If we did, we'd be Google of the world, right? And if we're not going to be there, what strong learning that we can pick up from the people who are doing it right. So it's always about learning from the best. I'm a big believer of that.
And we have come to the most fun part of the interview, that's rapid fire round. Let's begin. Daily habit to succeed,
Reading,
work life balance for a founder,
impossible.
entrepreneurial trait one should have.
Um, Perseverance,
Okay, networking strategy for entrepreneurs.
uh, attend every conference you can.
Okay, how to overcome obstacle.
Think, think again, then get it right.
And I want to wish you all the best for your future endeavor. And I had an amazing time talking to you, and I really enjoyed the interview throughout.
Thank you so much, Maya. I really appreciate it. I hope this adds some value to the people watching.